right, it's the Hog Riders, and what is good against it? Spring traps and giant bombs against. So all of those traps are typically on the opposite side of the base where you normally do not blizzard. So let's see if teams might just throw that in there. But for now, we have Inquisition starting things off with a recall charge. Exactly that what I was talking about yesterday. The recall spell kind of replacing the lightnings, and what you're trying to do is you're trying to charge with your queen a certain area of the base, which is faster than a warden walk, so it's less likely to time fail a lot of times.
Yeah, as we see the Flame Flinger down to the bottom side with that queen as well, trying to charge in towards this scatter shot. Gonna take his time. The town hall is pretty far away, and we do have the Electro Titans and one jump spell. As we are going to move our way through, the defensive rage is going off as the queen needs to make his way potentially up towards the enemy world champion.
Yes, that's right. And as soon as there's too much damage on that queen, that's where the recall spell is coming in. And we have that Flame Flinger doing an incredible job of funneling this bottom side. And now it's all about those Electro Titans pushing into that Eagle compartment, and then with this one jump, that's the key thing, you can get access towards the town hall without having to invest anything else. I'm a little bit surprised that he's adding the king into the mix as well. I would have thought that he would use maybe the king on the outside to make sure that time is less a big factor, because remember, if you put everything together in one place, yes, it's stronger right there, the push, but this means you need something else to clean things up.
With the Warden ability going off as he going into this town hall, this queen needs to continue her. She's getting stuck on some of these skeletons, but she's able going to take out that scatter shot with the Electrotite and the Yeti. Now out of that Flame Flayer, going around to the right side, but we have a lot of the Electrotitans now taking the jump up to the top side, which is actually not too bad because the queen, she's going to go straight for the town hall and she can help secure that.
Yeah, using now the freeze to delay the damage coming from that town hall. He's using the queen ability now anyway, so I'm surprised that he actually used the freeze and the queen ability. I would have thought that he tries to delay it with that a little bit, but with now the Electro Titans just swarming this backhand. But 30 seconds, Carmen, do you think time is going to be enough with this Expo and the king being alive?
Well, we do have the invis here, which does he want to make the king invisible, or is he just going to go right through it? Looks like he's just going to go right through it with 20 seconds left. I think he's got enough time. The Yeti splits, which is going to help so much right there with only about 10 seconds left.
Oh no, time is ticking, but the Titans are here and the buildings are down. And Inquisition are starting things off with a 3-star, exactly what they were hoping for and exactly how they finished their day yesterday with winning versus Tribe Gaming, and they're keeping with this 3-star way. Really great attack, really nicely done, and it's really showing off that those recall charges combined with smash attacks are just so incredibly strong.
Yep, they are incredibly strong as well. What a great way to kick this one off here in this match. Taking down a Clash Champ space for a 3-star. They kind of keep that, or start off with that momentum. And that's where a lot of the times is the momentum in these matches helps carry you through. And that was a really solid and strong attack to take that town hall down and enter from the complete opposite side. You know, when you enter from the opposite side of the base, it's very risky, where you could result in a 1-star, but that one just seemed like it was so strong throughout the whole attack, and you know, getting all the value with recall to bringing the queen back, to centering back down with the jump spell all the way to the town hall. Those Electro Titans, you know, you go into those skeleton trap farms, those areas with a ton of them, it won't even matter. They make it look so easy.
Yeah, it's always the most satisfying thing, having to encounter a defending Lava Hound with those Electro Titans. It is so cool, seeing the Hound explode within seconds and all of the pops are gone right away. But we have the next attack in, and we were talking about it. Lalo for Clash Champs, one of their strongest tools. And, well, we are going to hopefully see in just a second the attack as everything so far is happening on the far right side. Hero dive, it seems like, with the lock launcher to get into this scattershot compartment. And I'm not sure what's going on right now.
Yeah, as the defensive rage does go off, we have a log launcher that is skipping across through the scatter shot, and the queen is stepping right on through. Is she going to follow into the core of this base? Pulling out some archers, the rocket loons, super minions as well. Taking his time, this queen. Oh, the queen's ability is forced here.
Yeah, Queen ability is forced. The super minions are trying their best to deal some more damage, but it's all about now this Electro Titan trying to take down the scatter shot. That would be huge for the Lalo for later stages, with the King ability now forced as well. As he's approaching the Testa farm, we have a Rage Tower behind that town hall going off. But I think it's going to, well, be a little bit too early, and the Inferno Towers are not going to be raged up anymore when the loons are getting there.
Yeah, those loons are making their way, but he does have the War Internal Tome. Here comes that Hound. He finds the Tornado Trap, pops the ability through the Town Hall explosion, and now he needs to make his way all the way to the backside, but this poison... Oh, there's the heal spell to bring these balloons back up, but is it going to be enough through a double multi-tower Inferno?
Oh, and the first multi-Inferno Tower is actually getting skipped by those loons. It's staying alive, and now as the loons are leaving that heal spell, they are dropping like flies, and there's still a lot on the backhand. With this one scatter shot being alive, it's a lot of damage versus those loons, and they are going down in the end. So the first defense coming in for Inquisition, and they are looking strong with this star. It's always about performing on offense, but as well getting those defenses in, and then the first couple of attacks can really set up the tone of those matches. And Inquisition had a dream start into this one.
Yeah, that was a great way to start for Inquisition, as it is a 3-star and a defense for them. And unfortunately, P. Castro not able to get all the value, like you were talking about, that scatter shot not going down. The log launcher did get a lot of that core, but unfortunately the Electro Titan wasn't able to continue its way down south, and falling short there. So Clash Champs do get a 2-star right there, but that all those red air bombs, tornado traps, spinning up those balloons near that town hall, costed him to be able to continue that push around the backside. So can Inquisition continue to bring the 3 stars? And if they do, and if they win this match, it would push Clash Champs down to the, I believe it would be the 2-2 matchups, and then they could still be at the brink of elimination, where you need, if you get 3 losses, you are out. If you get the 3 wins, you do advance.
Yeah, like whichever team loses in this one, like would need to lose another match to be out. So they're still in a good position overall. But well, we have seen this happening in the past, that a team is starting off strong into the Swiss stage and then dropping out quite quick. And now we have the Queen Charge Lano I talked about earlier from Einstein, with the party wizards as the cleanup. We have talked about that yesterday already as well, that the party wizards are pretty much just straight up better regular wizards. They are doing more damage. Yes, they have less hit points, but in pretty much every single situation, it is like not really relevant, because giant bombs take them out anyways. Mortar shots take them out anyway. So there's only the bonus of being a quicker cleanup troop. And well, maybe that could be the difference in this one.
It can, maybe, because we saw that could have been the difference in some other attacks the previous day, as the Queen is charging right on through this defensive King. We will have the Grand Warden soon. Drops that rage for this Queen now, as that Flame Flinger is continuing towards this top side, and looks like the Queen is pathing directly into this Town Hall.
Yes, directly into the Town Hall, but it's now coming down to nice Poison Tower. Really nice to trade that Poison Tower, but now it's all about where's that Queen going next. And with that Warden dealing just so much damage on defense, the freeze is forced, and every spell which is invested now is something which might be missing. As this Lalo is approaching the 3 raged up multi-Inferno Towers in the core. Take a look at that. There's 3 raged up Inferno Towers, and he really has to make sure that he's at least taking down one of them.
Oh, that wall break does not work there. Unfortunately, the poison of that Town Hall slowed the super wall breaker down too much, as he needs to try to wall. Oh, and the queen is gone there. The king does come back to life with the phoenix, but no more queen. She was supposed to charge away all the way into that core, possibly even getting the expos and all the multis. And now Lalo is coming to the left side with a wooden village to try to protect all the balloons, just like that. But like you said, 3 multis all raised up at the same time.
And there's the tornado trap in between. So if you think it cannot get any worse, it is a tornado trap right in between the Inferno Towers. All of those dunes are gone. And Inquisition, the big lead, which they have gotten in the beginning, might be gone if ClashMs raised out their next attack. We're seeing this in this match, which is, well, easier said than done. But, well, now it's all about the percentage which he might be able to increase step by step on this.
Yeah, with the RC ability, skipping across there, trying to get as much percentage as possible. With the minions off to the left, trying to get some more buildings, but unfortunately, way too much stuff is up. The queen was supposed to continue her charge through the town hall, wall breaking all the way into the multis, and have the Lalo just fly around to the bottom side. The queen was responsible for taking out the raged up multis in the core, so the balloons did not have to go there. But still, a great effort there. And unfortunately, that queen could not stay alive. Now, a combination of the CC rocket loons could definitely be playing a role there. They come out so fast, you're not able to react. But great effort there. But now Clash Champs, the opportunity is open for them to get that 3-star.
Yeah, and I think we're seeing quite a few of those clan castles which are specifically designed to mess up those queen charges with the rocket loons. I think in a lot of other strategies, the rocket loons are not as useful, I would say, on the defense. But as I said, when they're coming out of the clan castles so quick and can deliver quite a bit of burst damage to a queen charge like that, this is always where the attacker has to do like a super quick reaction, which is not as easy. But we see the next attack, and this is no Lalo. Instead, we see the super minion Blimp delivering some of those troops towards the town hall and taking down buildings left and right. And it's an Inferno Dragon follow-up.
And he activates the tornado trap and takes out the defensive king, which is really nice because now the Inferno Dragons will not get stuck on that king and slow them down, so they can move their way quicker through this space. And he did use a clone spell, which means now he's going to have extra spell support for these Inferno Dragons.
Yes, that's right. Quite a bit of spell supporting. He could use that to distract that monolith, and that's exactly what he does with the skeleton spells. This is what you like to see with the skeleton spells, distracting those heavy hitting defenses like the scatter shot on this bottom side, like the monolith inside their core, and the vulnerability covering perfectly as he's approaching the clan castle inside this base. And at this point, the biggest threat now is going to be the Rage Tower on the back end, raising up not 1 but 2 expos, an Inferno Tower, and a scatter shot.
He's got so many Inferno Dragons alive, still in the core, and the World Champion has not even been deployed. This is looking crushed here with the skeletons distracting. The biggest threat is just the defensive raised up scatter and the multi-tower Inferno. But that king ability just goes off. Queen's got her ability. And 1 invis spell to utilize, as the RC probably could come in from the top side. Or is he even going to use the World Champion? I mean, I would expect him to, because you would want to take the buildings down as quick as possible, because you never know if it comes down to time.
That's right. Always make sure that you attack as quick as possible, but this is not even close. Really nicely done. Clash Champs with the 3-star back in the lead, I think, based on percentage, and that's exactly where they want to be. 3-star is in, and Inferno Dragons, I think that is a strategy which we have seen yesterday quite a bit as well, and surprisingly successful.
Yeah, it was pretty successful, and it is here right now with the mass Inferno Dragons getting it done. The super minion of Blimp grabbing the town hall, the multi-target Inferno, activated the tornado trap, and taking out the defensive king was really valuable to help set up that funnel. With that Town Hall going down up top, the heroes coming to the left side allowed those Inferno Dragons just to move directly right on through the base, and those skeleton spells were placed perfectly to distract those defenses. And what a strong attack. The answer indeed. And now you can see we have Clash Champs not only tied this one up on stars, but took the percentage lead here.
That's right, percentage lead for now on the Clash Champs side, but we have seen switching percentage leads quite a bit over the last day, and so nothing is set in stone, and especially that early into the match, anything can happen. We have just seen just small mistake taking down the queen where you're not paying attention for a couple of seconds. So that can always happen again or happen to the other team, but Inquisition is up next. And if they want to make sure that it's staying close, they need to get either a high percentage or, would be perfect, a 3-star for them. And this would then give them a really good chance of pressuring Clash Champs with their next attack, because it's always about this back and forth, this pressure game kind of in between the two teams of not allowing any time to relax for the other team. And we're seeing Super Barbarians, but not with his Super Archibald, just for funneling. And Carbon is the combination of Doom. It's the cursed combination. It's Super Dragons and a recall spell.
It is the Super Dragons, not with some lightning spells, but the recall here. As the Yeti is used up top a little bit higher, we got this queen trying to charge her way to that Town Hall. And are we seeing the queen trying to grab the Town Hall? It looks like she may just go into the scatter shot here. And will he recall this queen back here? When is he going to pull her back? There it is. Oh, I think a healer did get hit there.
Yeah, I think that has to be like a millisecond where the healer got hit or not, as you can avoid traps with recalling your troops out of them. So like a giant bomb or like a black mine, if you recall quick enough, your troops are not going to take any damage. On this one though, he wants to come with the Super Dragons, not into the Town Hall, but instead at the flank of the Town Hall with blimping that Town Hall. But I think for his attack, this Bitter Hut would have been quite nice, because it would be would mess up the pathing for the Super Dragons towards the Town Hall, because he does not want them to go there. And that's now the question: is the Bitter Hut luring them into the wrong direction or not?
Nope. We got the archers that come out here, which can help pull the Super Dragons more into the core. As the Town Hall is frozen, balloons are looking to take it down. He does invest the rage, and no, the Town Hall just barely goes down from the Dragon Rider as he freezes up that monolith. Super Dragons are trying to continue their way in the core, but the whole core is being raged up on the defensive side and crushing through the Super Dragons. But did they get enough to allow his heroes now to finish this off?
I mean, there's 2 expos left. There's literally nearly 0 spells left in this one, and he's now starting things off with the king on the complete opposite side. He has to use the Royal Champ for the core, I think, but at the same time he has to support his heroes. The queen ability, king ability, and Royal Champ ability, as soon as he is placing her, are still left on the table. But is it going to be enough? No headhunter for the defending queen though.
Yeah, we do have the abilities of these heroes, as the king's ability goes off right now. The Royal Champion does target into that core multi-target Inferno. Only 25 seconds left in this raid here as he continues his way around. But he's got nothing to clear that core clan castle. He's going to have to go through walls. The Royal Champion will have to go all the way around and then come back for it, as time is not on his side here.
Yes, I mean, that's always what you expect when you're using a curse strategy. I mean, I just cannot recommend this strategy to anyone out there. It is still, for me, like for every match which I have seen on a 0% hit rate, the combination of a queen charge recall with the Super Dragons, it is just, I don't know, like pretty much the biggest flop of the history. It's not working at all, and it seems like that we're not seeing any triples of it with it today. Or maybe it's going to change in the later matches, but at least for now, it's staying on the 0% success rate.
Well, it looks like we just haven't found the team that has mastered it yet, right? We've seen a bunch of teams attempting it, but no team has found the perfect recipe for success of using the recall. We've seen teams using lightning spells with it, and it's working a lot stronger. But this version of it with the recall and the super dragons, just not the same. Maybe if we do a recall but no queen charge and it's just kind of getting the value with the heroes, that could be different. I don't know. But unfortunately, this version of it with the healers and recalling the queen charge is just not working for these players across the different teams. So it's not just like one team's trying it and failing. Many teams are trying it and none are working here. So let's see now if another queen charge recall attack can work, but it's not super dragons. It's the hogs with a few super hogs in here.
Yes, and Super Hogs on the other side were, I think, are right now one of the most successful troops in the game when it comes down to 3-star and when watching those top teams. So let's see if Leo is getting his queen exactly walking into the direction where he wants it to go. He has to be careful though. As soon as this rage tower is going off, oh, he lost the queen ability, right? I think I heard the queen ability go off.
I think so too. I feel like it did go off. He was trying to just play with fire right there. And let's see. When he redeploys that queen, will the ability be there or will it be gone? Uh-oh.
I mean, it's still like good for him that he has not lost the queen overall, I guess. But yeah, losing the queen ability early on is always a tricky thing to happen. He has not really deployed her just yet, so time is ticking for him. And those recall charges are typically always really close on time. Now he has redeployed the queen, and Carbon, you're right, there is no ability left anymore. And this queen right now is really close to going down.
Yeah, unfortunately, no queen ability, and a headhunter is just sneaking in there, gonna hit this queen, slowing her down. He drops the poison to help take out these pups, but no ability. When this queen charges in towards the monolith, he's gonna have to invest freezes, skeleton spells to distract it. But this is gonna be so much to have to push through with no ability to help be on the safe side. As now we got balloons going in for the archer tower, and the flame flinger is still going to the left side, take out the scatter. Are we gonna see hogs coming across the left to try to force that queen to the town hall? And it looks like that's the case here.
The plan is genius, if we're completely honest. I mean, this like 2 scatter shots already have been taken care of, but he has to control his queen, keep her alive, because if this town hall is not going down with that queen, he is going to have really a lot of problems. But the town hall going down, so that is already the first step to success. The warden keeps following, and he has still some horde riders on the outside to reinforce his big push going towards the core.
As he can probably try to freeze the top side, but he's not. He has a couple freezes, 3 of them to use, but he's not using any on the multi-target Infernos. I'm just kind of baffled of why he's waiting so long, that these hogs took so much damage now as they're making their way to the multi. Finally, he's freezing it, but he's not going to have the time. He's going to fall short, and there is even the defensive king at the far right side. So that's still no more hogs. That would be definitely tough to get through, but he would have the warden assistance right there. So it's all tied up right here. And wait, is it not only just tied up on stars, but it might just be fully tied on percentage as well? It is.
Yes.
It's an exactly tie war right now, my friends.
I mean, it cannot get any closer than this. I mean, that is just crazy. Both of those teams are fighting for a playoff spot. With this win in this match, they would get there right away without having to do any more matches. And this means as well prize money is guaranteed for them, as the top 8 teams are going to get all prize money. And well, Inquisition is up next. So far, the last couple of attacks have not worked for them. So the question is, what are they going to try next? I really hope it's not going to be a recall charge with super dragons. But overall, the recall charges, I mean, the first attack which you have seen, the recall smash attack, has worked. Now we have seen a queen charge recall super hog rider attack, which has not worked. It's just always the time. I mean, the recall spell, wouldn't it be like a cool buff if the recall spell would add like 10 seconds or something to your attack? Maybe it would be then too strong. But like the time is always such a big issue when using this spell, even though it's such a cool mechanic in the game. So it's kind of sad.
Yeah, well, it can be used in many different ways. And I remember one of the coolest ways I saw it's not a normal attack. It's kind of a specialty, right? Where you're recalling, you use bat spells to take out a town hall, and then you recall them all back, and then you use the bats somewhere else. That's like one of the craziest ones. Like Rootkit did something like that, and it still blows my mind. Well, let's see what Febby can do here as that queen is securing this town hall. Flameflinger's up to the top side as that royal champ is coming to the right side as he pulls out some ice golems, which will be nice. He doesn't have to worry about the Lalo getting affected by it, but his heroes will get slowed down by it.
Yeah, and the Flameflinger did some incredible work at the top side, taking down some defenses already. And with the Royal Champion now pushing towards the core, he's even getting that Eagle out of the way. So at this point, it is a multi-affirmator on the back end, which might go down from the Dragon Rider, and a scatter shot, which he's trying to swarm in the beginning, try to completely take down before it can deal any damage whatsoever. And wait, Warden, why are you following the headhunters?
What?
Okay, that Warden is really having a bond with those headhunters.
Well, look at all these balloons. So much still left. Drops that haste. He's got an invis. The Milev is not going to be able to do... Oh, what? Wait a second. Did I speak too soon? The ward goes down. Hopefully there's not a bunch of red air bombs down here. Okay, no. He's safe there. Balloons are going to haste their way through. And he looks like he's got it for the 3-star.
What a beautiful attack with this Lado from Fabian on to Sedinho, and is completely crushing this base, except, and we all know how annoying the king is on defense, and especially Loons struggle quite a bit. But I mean, no, okay, never mind. I didn't see the pups on Minion on the left side, so they should be able to clean things up.
Yeah, unfortunately, they are going to get stuck on the king. He's running around, but the owl's helping, taking out the storage, and he's got enough time to get this 3-star. Now put the pressure on Clash Champs. So if Clash Champs 3-star, then it will be tied exactly yet again. And it's going to be coming down to the final attack. So even more pressure is on Clash Champs. And at that point, if you're all tied, it's going to come down to, well, now we have to think about how are we going to be faster than our opponents to bring that time lower so that you could potentially win on a tiebreaker.
Yeah, but I feel like that a tiebreaker with time is happening is just so rare. So I'm not sure if you really have to plan for that, like trying to do quick attacks. I think on Town 15, it's like all about, okay, I would just try my best to first 3-star. I mean, that's the first thing you should worry about. We're not back on Town 14 where you have to think about, okay, should I go with E-Dragons, or is there even a quicker option to 3-star that base? So I think we're not there just yet. And, well, first, Clash Champs has to 3-star to tie things up again, because if they cannot do it, well, then we have the lead for Inquisition, and we see Apprentice Warden. I think Clash Champs are one of the, like, few of the teams who like to use them with their Queen Charges, which is not that bad if you can speed them up. Like, just making sure the Queen Charge is going a little bit quicker if you have one of those crazy Queen Charges planned.
Yeah, with this Queen now making her way down south, drops the Rage through the enemy Queen. Balloon trying to test for Seeking Air Mines, finds at least one of them as he freezes up the Scatter, trying to keep that Queen ability intact, so he drops that freeze onto the Scatter Shot, makes the Queen invisible, is going to secure it. And like you said, there is going to be a lot of value down here, but he does actually have a recall spell. So when you see that recall spell, pulls it back and then doesn't pull all the healers. So he drops the Queen pretty close, so the healers just move right to his Queen. Not too bad there, as you always want to worry about time at that point.
Yes, but this time was really nicely done that he used that recall right away to relocate her. And I think it's such an important thing to have a mini Warden then with your Queen, because it speeds things up, especially if you're not charging into a lot of splash damage in the beginning. So the mini Warden, the Apprentice Warden, is staying alive for quite some time. And the next big plus point for him right now is that he's using the Flameflinger, which is another tool. You can kind of envision it as like another Warden Walk or something like that going on at the same time, taking down already a big part of the base, which is really clutch for him when it comes down to time. Seems like the Apprentice Warden is staying alive, and he's already preparing for the Hawk Riders.
Oh yeah, we wall broke open to the left side where that king can go and force his way into the base. The skeleton is going to try to distract this king, and the queen steps out of range of that single target inferno, which is perfect, as now we can take out that king. And here comes the hogs with the royal champion, the warden, making their way right on and pops that early warden ability to try to path their way through the scatter and the raised up multi-target inferno.
Yeah, the rage up multi-inferno towers are going to be crucial, and especially the bomb tower going off. A lot of hog riders are going down, and there's still another inferno tower behind that eagle. The hog riders are dropping like it's nothing. It's crazy how quick they're going down. The flame flinger has opened, releasing some more super minions, but even they are going down due to black mines. And the plan looked incredible. But just the Horde Riders versus those raged up multi-inferno towers, they stand no chance whatsoever.
Unfortunately, it was not able to get this, which means now that Inquisition is going to have the lead by a star here going into the final attack. If Inquisition 3 stars, they have secured this match and secured their spot in the playoffs next week and force Clash Champs to play in another match to try to keep their hopes alive. But unfortunately, Loop is not going to be able to get this. Only the 87% 2-star.
Yeah, I think if you just looked at the way he used the Queen Charge, the Flame Flinger, you don't normally see that the Flame Flinger is working his entire lifetime, which means like Flame Flinger is losing hit points losing hit points quite a bit, I think, and with that, well, it's not working that often that it's surviving that long.
Yeah, that's true. It just takes some time, and assuming eventually it'll move its way in to get hit by like a monolith or a mortar or an expo, something that will take it down, or just runs into some giant bombs traps on the outside. But no, not the case there. It did not happen, but unfortunately, he was not able to keep those hogs alive. Those defensive rage towers are nasty. That's why if you're deciding and trying to pick which defensive spell you should be using, well, try to use the rage in the right spot. Don't use the rage out of nowhere. You want to put it next to multis. You want to put it next to expos, especially also the eagle like this one, because you can see how Leo's base has the rage right next to the clan castle that will rage up not one multi, not two, or two multis, but two expos and an eagle artillery all in this area, and even a monolith. So there's some crazy value on the defensive side here. But let's see if Mark can charge his way right on through it.
We have another recall spell happening. This is already one of the strategies which they use to get their first 3-star. He's trying to take down the eagle, and then is going to use the smash most likely towards that multi-inferno tower. The queen is going exactly where he wants her to go. And at this point, he's going to recall her at any second as soon as he's not making good use of the rage anymore. Perfect recall. And with that funnel on the left side, those titans should go into that scatter compartment, no problem whatsoever. And then with the jump leading into the bomb tower, it looks really good for him to get a lot of value. The flame fingers keep going, taking down the defending warden really soon. And this attack, this opening, looks incredible.
Yeah, looking like he's got a fantastic funnel set to push. Oh, wait, the queen is going to the right. Oh, we do lose one Electro Titan. Okay, but this jump should hopefully... Can the queen even access the jump there? The defensive rage does go off. Needs to get these Electro Titans straight towards this town hall. There's the rage. Now they lock on to the monolith, taking down that monolith with ease as he continues his way through Electro Titans. You got to get to the town hall to help take that down.
Oh, the Titans are now on the town hall. A lot of, everything is raged up. At this point, it's only chaos. No one knows what's going on except Mark trying to keep track. He has a back-end Titan now with that king on that right side. The Queen's here with her ability beating that wall. And maybe the healers are coming back, which would be incredible for him. The Roy champion is already... Is she already placed? I don't think so, right?
No, she's not placed. So he needs a 91% to lock up the victory no matter what. That's the number that he has to hit. If he doesn't hit the 91, then Clash Champs can potentially tie if he gets a 90, or if he gets an 89, they can win with a 3-star. So the RC ability goes off. He's at the 80. He's got 38 seconds left. RC is continuing to run up and around, drop some cleanup troops up there. But with that queen and 30 seconds left, I think he's going to be able to surpass that percentage.
Yeah, and maybe even 3 stars, depending on
Yeah.
how quick the cleanup is. I mean, he has still a party wizard. He can place it now at the top side, use it. He's using it on the cannon. We know how quick the party wizard can provide that cleanup. It's 12 seconds, and I think Inquisition have done it, and not in an easy fashion. First, they're beating Tribe Gaming, and now versus Clash Gems. Their road was not easy, but they're making it to the playoff stage, and you can see he is really pumped. He's really excited, getting this play star, getting his team towards the next stage.
What a great job to Inquisition, and they totally deserve now their spot in the playoffs because they have defeated Clash Champs. No matter what, we'll still see the final attack coming in for Clash Champs, but everyone knows now, even with the 3-star, they will not be able to get the victory here because of the stars and, well, percentage as well. They are up on it as well. It's just not going to be their match, so they're going to now have to focus on the next one to come, and that one is for everything. If they win, they're into the playoffs. If they lose, they are out. So that is a lot of pressure on them. So let's see what Seleno can do now with the Zap Lalo, and he's using the lightning to really take out the eagle, the multi, and one of the sweepers.
Yeah, so really solid value already early on for the lightnings, and this is always the thing with the lightning spell, that you pretty much guaranteed the value you want to get. But his queen is placed sadly not perfectly and is taking all the damage from that warden, and this has not gone to plan. His king now has to use the ability. The question now though is he going to get that town hall?
Ooh, the skellies do pop here, which will distract this king, and he gets pulled to the cannon on the outside, so he's gonna have to use it in invis probably for his queen. Or yeah, is he gonna invis? He drops the sneaky. Can that help? Small bomb. Oh, the queen. Sneaky help try to take out the town hall. There's a few more. Okay, so he didn't need the queen to actually secure the town hall. The sneakies were there, and they do get it without the use of an invis. Now he does have the Royal Champion ascent, but the Lava Hound has been lured out.
Yeah, the Hound has been lured out, and he has to be careful when he wants to deploy that Royal Champion. That Hound might be a problem later on, as he's going to fly towards that Royal Champion, as he cannot target any of those loons. And for now, this Slammer is going down. The ladder from the top side has started, and we have seen a similar base of Inquisition earlier, where we have seen a similar entry with the Hot Riders, and it has not worked. And the question now is the Lalo a better answer?
Well, as he continues his way through, the Warden Belly protected the Hound, and the Yetis are actually distracting the Lava Hound and the Rocket Loons, allowing now the Royal Champ to continue to come to the bottom side. Now, finally, the Rocket Loons and Lava Hound are making their way to that RC, with an invis still to use for his balloons. You know, he's casually just making his way through one at a time. He can use the invis for the balloons that are trying to sneak through. He's only got 2 left. RC ability does go off. She's trying to clear these pups. Balloons going to the Wizard Tower. The Owl's getting the chains, and this looks like it's just going to work. The RC is still alive. Wow. There's the final invis, and Seleno is going to get it as long as he's got the time, which looks like he does.
And it's just so impressive how good some of those players are with this Lalo strategy. The entry I don't know, it didn't really look as clean with the heroes. Well, having quite some problems around that town hall, but he was really